how are you? Today I am going to start our new chapter, and our new chapter is chapter 8, and chapter's name is the excretory system. Please everyone see the board here. I just draw three structure. First structure is the main structure of excretory system. Here's the excretory system. This structure is basically here. This structure is the main excretory system, and there are the structure is the kidney, and the another structure is the nephron. Please everyone see the books. What's the excretory system and what's the excretory structure? This structure, excretory, basically excretion is the biological process through which harmful nitrogenous waste products produced by metabolic activity are removed from the body. Here the excretory system, basically main structure is the nitrogenous structure. This nitrogenous structure is the metabolic process and come from the protein. And these substances are of no use of the body but may cause various diseases. If they remain inside the body for long, it can ever cause death. Basically, this is the very harmful structure. Which structure? Basically, the nitrogenous structure. The system through which nitrogenous waste products are excreted from the body is called the excretory system. Please everyone underline this structure. Basically, what is the excretory system? Excessive water, salt and organic substances are excreted or expelled from the body to maintain physiological balance. The kidney, here I draw the structure is the first, and two structure is the bean shaped and the red color structure. Yes, this structure just looks like the bean shape. This bean shaped structure I just draw is the briefly, and the structure is the nephron. Here the kidney is an excretory organ. The basic unit of the kidney is the nephron. Here is the kidney and the basic or the functional structure. This functional or ultra structure is the kidney, is the nephron. Here the excretory products. What is the excretory products and which types of the excretory products? Excretory products are mostly nitrogenous waste. Human excretory products are expelled from the body as urine. Urine is almost 90% water. Yes, urine, this structure is the dilute with the water, and this water is basically 90%. Other components are urea, uric acid, creatinine and different kinds of the salts. The color of the urine is just look like the yellow color or yellowish. This yellow due to the presence of a pigment called urochrome. Excessive intake of proteins increases the acidity of urine. When you take the amount of the protein, this urine color is the acidity. And on the which man is the vegetarian, its color is the alkaline. Basically, there are two types. First type is the acidity and another type is the alkaline. Here, I just describe about the kidney. Here's the kidney. This structure is the kidney. First structure is the nephron. Second is the collecting tubules. These two structure is the uriniferous tubules. And the next structure, first structure is the cortex, medulla, capsule, pelvis and renal pyramid. Basically, we just draw this the kidney. First, the kidney, the excretory organ of the human body is the kidney. Two kidneys lie at the back of the abdominal cavity, on other side of the vertebral column and the lower part of the rib base. This rib cage attached to the back wall. They are red-brown in color and bean-shaped. The outer side of the kidney is convex. This structure and this structure is the convex, and this structure is the convex on the outer side. and the inner side concave, and this structure is the concave. First structure is the convex and second structure is the concave, with an indentation called the hilus or hilum. The ureter and renal vein comes out from the hilum and the renal artery enters the kidney. There are the basically first structure is the renal artery, second is the renal vein, and these two structure basically comes from the kidney. This structure hilum or hilus, two ureters arise from two kidneys. These two ureters, first is the one ureters and second is this ureters. Basically two ureters arise from the kidney and the proceeding downwards to open into the urinary bladder, and this structure is the urinary bladder and is the thick structure of urinary bladder. And the funnel shaped extended part or space of the ureter is called the renal pelvis, and the funnel shape, please everyone look this structure. This structure is basically funnel shape, basically this structure, and its the another name is the pelvis. Next, the next structure is kidney. Kidney are enclosed with a special fibrous membrane called the renal capsule. Basically, a special fibrous membrane. This structure is the special fibrous membrane, and its another name is the renal capsule. Adjacent to the renal capsule is the cortex, and the inner side is the medulla. Both of these regions are composed of connective tissues and blood vessels. This structure is the cortex and next structure is the medulla, and they are connected with the blood vessels. Next, generally there are 8 to 12 renal pyramids in the medulla. I just count this. This structure is the renal pyramid and they are also the 8 to 12 structure. Medulla. The expanded apex of each pyramid is called renal papilla. This structure is the basically renal papilla. Again I repeat. This structure is the renal pyramid and this structure is the renal papilla. Again, the renal papilla. This papilla projects directly into the ureter. Each kidney contains a particular type of tubules called uriniferous tubules. These kidneys, this structure is the two structure. First is the nephron and second is the connective tubules. These two structure, another name is the uriniferous tubules. Again, the uriniferous tubules, urine is produced in the nephron and the collective tubules are carry urine to the pelvis. Again, dear students, now the next topic is also the functional structure of kidney. This functional or ultrastructure of kidney is the another name is the nephron. Here's the nephron. The functional unit and the secretory part of uriniferous tubule of the kidney is the nephron. Each human kidney contains about, yes, please everyone marks this, about 1 million to 1.2 million nephrons. Each nephron is composed of a renal capsule or Malpighian body and renal tubule. Here I just see this structure is please everyone see this structure is the renal corpuscles and the next structure is the renal tubules and this together structure is called the nephron. Here each renal corpuscle is divided into two parts. These renal corpuscles, there are basically two parts. One part is the glomerulus and second structure is the Bowman's capsule. This structure, again I repeat, this structure is the glomerulus and the structure is the Bowman's capsule. And together this structure, another name is the renal corpuscles. Here, each Bowman's capsule is a cup-shaped extended organ composed of two epithelial layers. This structure, again I just draw this. Basically, this structure is the Bowman's capsule, and they are the two layers, and these two layers, another name is the epithelial layer. Here, inside the Bowman's capsule is a small cluster of blood vessels called the glomerulus. A small cluster blood vessels. Basically, this structure is this structure 50 capillaries, and another name is the Bowman's capsule and the glomerulus. Here's the glomerulus. Efferent arterioles. There are two arterioles. One structure is the efferent arterioles, and second structure is the efferent arterioles. These two arterioles are the efferent arterioles from the renal artery enters the capsule and breaks into about 50 capillaries. Here, this structure, there are basically 50 capillaries or the blood vessels, and these capillaries divide again and form a mass of fine capillaries. These capillaries unite together and form efferent arteriole to leave the Bowman's capsule. Again, the glomerulus acts as a filter and produce filtrate from blood. Basically, this structure, another name is ultrafiltrate structure. This ultrafiltrate, when passing through the tubules, repeated goes through absorption and excretion. When this structure is the little bit structure is passing through the tubules, they are, another name is excretion. This excretion structure or absorption structure. Finally, the liquid filtrate that remains is urine, which passes to the ureter through the collecting tubules and finally deposits to the urinary bladders. Here's the urinary bladders. This structure also collect, and the next structure is the which spreads up the tubules called renal tubules. These convoluted tubules are behind the Bowman's capsule. Each renal tubule is divided into three regions. There are basically first structure is the proximal tubules, second structure is the distal tubules, and third structure is the Henle's loop. Basically, this structure is the Henle's loop, and the Henle's loop and the distal convoluted tubules. Here, I just finished the structure of the kidney and nephron. Please everyone try this figure accurately. Now, I also explain the function of kidney. A normal adult man expels almost 1500 milliliter urine daily. Urine contains nitrogenous waste products such as urea, uric acid, ammonia, creatinine, etc. These are harmful to health. The kidneys play an important role in elimination these unwanted and harmful waste products. Each nephron of the kidney is continuously producing urine through a complex process. This urine reaches the pelvis of the kidneys through collecting tubules and the proceeds through the funnel-like expanded or the extended part of the pelvis and enters the ureter. Basically, the kidneys maintain the balance of mineral salts, example sodium chloride, potassium chloride, etc. It also controls blood pressure and maintains the balance of water, acid and base of blood. Dear students, only one topics. This only one topics. I just finished this chapter or excretory system chapter or chapter lesson 8. Thank you.